It hides stuff better.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Committee meeting to order. My name is Bill Ross. I'm filling in for Kendrick Rogers, who had a prior commitment. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Is there a motion approval of the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Approval of minutes. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes is written.
Second.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Okay, to open up, the director's report, new business, old business.
Well, I'll go ahead and get us started. Good afternoon, good evening, I should say. So to the right of me, we have Mr. Perosi. He is our park maintenance supervisor. He is here representing Michael LaCory. So would you like me to go first, or how about you?
Yes.
Okay. So I know all of you are aware, I just wanted to give a quick update. The Jack Amiette project is fabulously on schedule. Those bids closed last week, and I'm so happy to report that they came in actually just under budget. So we were real anxious to see what current cost was going to do to those bids. But as you'll recall, the bid was, we were anticipating right around the 5 million mark. So we had several responsive bidders right under the 5 million mark. So we have not gone to council yet to award those. So hopefully we'll do that in their, maybe their second meeting in August, which they are scheduled to reconvene in August. So we're happy that we are going to be able to go to them with awarding the contract. So stay tuned. This is great news for us. It's great news for the city, and obviously we're thrilled that we'll get some movement on this and that those costs came in within budget, and we won't have anything else, pop up on that. We were concerned about obviously material cost and all those sort of things. So it's good news on that front. The other thing I wanted to report out on is everybody is aware that our master plan got adopted from the last meeting. I followed up and we sent out those hard copies to you. Everybody got those in the mail or stopped by or however we did it. We're really excited about that. So we're moving forward with those recommendations in there. Very appreciative of council support and your support and everything we did to get to that point to have a document adopted, and moving forward, it's really going to help us with those grant applications. So, so I wanted to just let you know about that. As far as recreation goes, we are actually there's a light at the end of the summer tunnel. The kids are going back in about 4 weeks. I know they're not happy to hear that, but they are going back in about 4 weeks, which means our summer program is kind of in the tail end of finishing up. We have one more session left to go. Happy to report that all of our summer programs were full, extremely popular, all full, and everything's gone extremely well, very safe. Everybody's had a good time, and we were able to get back to some of our pre-COVID trips. So parents are really happy as far as, the activities that we're able to offer, which we weren't able to do last summer because of obvious reasons. So we're happy about that. And we are registering for all of our after-school programs and for some of our fall sports, fall baseball, volleyball, adult sports, all of that stuff. So everything is looking really good for us, and we're excited to be busy. We've had some great special events. The weather has put some stuff indoors, but for the most part, we've had really good turnout to all of our movies. We had a great performance from the Jacksonville Performing Arts groups there on Friday night. Great turnout for that. So we're just really happy. I think families are just happy to get out and about and doing some nice stuff out there. So we are doing all of that through September, and then we will move forward from there into our fall activities. I will also let the public know, if you're watching, splash pads are both really popular. If you haven't seen them, I'm sure Mr. Hinkle can attest to at least the one at Northeast Creek and obviously at Jack Amiette. They both stay really, really, really popular. But everything's running smoothly on those, and we will run those just as long as we can through the month of, for the most part, September. So we do have a permit on that from the state, so we'll do as much as we can for those splash pads and keep those kids and young ones active on those. But everything's gone really well with those, and we continue to get good feedback on that. Really, last but not least is I just want to put a reminder to folks that National Night Out is actually next week. It's August. It's just kind of crazy how fast it's gotten here, but that is on Tuesday down at Riverwalk Park. Scott's going to speak a little bit to the park itself, but we're able to utilize that area for National Night Out this year, and it is scheduled for Tuesday night, so we welcome y'all to come down and check it out and, walk around and get your fill of all the great community events and folks that are down there. So I think it starts at 4, usually it's in the afternoon and it goes, but they are doing fireworks on Tuesday night as well, so should be a nice event as it always has been in the past, so. That's just a quick run through on our report. Do you have any questions for me, before I turn it over to Scott? No? Okay, you
No
guys are
questions.
a good group, a quiet
All
group.
right. Well, thanks for having me. I'll just go over a few projects, a few things that we've been doing for the last 2 months. Really, we've been mowing grass, the normal things we do on a daily basis. The grass is growing, it's hot. Just trying to stay in front of all that in all our parks and doing all that. We installed trees at Jacksonville Commons in the past few months. We installed 1,500 summer annuals throughout the city at City Hall, Freedom Fountain, Flagpole, Center of Public Safety, and some of our parks in front of the Commons Rec Center. So we've planted those. We've been doing some work on our park maintenance building. We're expanding the back lot. So we've needed space back there for a while since we've expanded, and we're making good progress. Over the last month or so, we got some asphalt millings for the base, basically for the parking area where we're expanding. So we're hoping in the next few months we might be able to start really using it, moving some of our bins and getting it where we can not be so crowded on a daily basis, because we are needing that area. And Jason just wanted to let you know they're still pruning, mowing, spraying weeds throughout the city and all our buildings and DOT areas, just trying to stay on top of that throughout the summer because it is hot, and we're working hard to do that. Also in Georgetown, the swing and the Swirl-A-Me, the 2 new playground pieces, they're done, they're installed with the rubberized surface for the children to use down there. Sometime later this fall, we're going to lay some sod in that area and clean up and do some other things there when we get a chance, when the weather's better, to lay sod so we can make it look good down there. We also added sand to Kerr Street Playground and Wilson Bay Playground in the past month. We've done some work around Riverwalk trying to clean up for National Night Out. We've added blue mulch, rubber mulch, kind of a 4th of July / National Night Out around that front bed at Riverwalk, and kind of had blue mulch with the white flowers and the red flowers, so it was red, white, and blue. We thought that was a good little thing we did for 4th of July, and we're going to keep it there until National Night Out. And we also have painted the Kerr Street basketball court this past week with gray paint, new fresh white lines, and we're going to start that process at some of the other parks here sometime this fall. That's basically an update of what we've been doing for the last 2 months. I don't know if you have any questions for me otherwise. All right. Okay.
That's it for us.
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
Council Liaison Report. Brian Jackson, our councilman, they told me he might be virtual.
He's not able to attend.
Okay.
He did confirm with us just a few minutes ago. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Planning Advisory Board Liaison Report, Mr. Spring.
Well, we did not have our last monthly meeting because we didn't have anything to approve or disapprove. I did notice, however, in the report, there was an approval for the Patriot Park. And I don't know if you're familiar with Patriot Park. It's the huge housing development that spans, it basically should have an entrance to Piney Green Road and to Halltown Road. And my question to planning staff was the status of that road. I didn't want half of it to get built with just the Piney Green entrance and then people not to be able to go all the way through to Halltown Road to get out. And I was assured that completion of the road was probably going to be one of the things that would be required before they started getting the permit to get all the houses done. So, but that's it.
Okay. Anybody have any comments or anything? Mrs. Mayo is not here tonight, but she's going to be a permanent member. So look forward to seeing her next meeting. That's the only thing I think I have. Anybody have anything they'd like to? Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, sir, don't remember your name.
Scott is fine.
Okay, Mr. Scott, question, I heard you talk about painting the courts. I'm in the Commons, and before you all paint the court, will it be resurfaced because of the skateboarders have pretty much,
There's no plans to resurface it. We're gonna power wash it, and then we'll put 2 or 3 coats of the paint on it, and hopefully that will do it for now. And then I don't know if in the capital improvement plan, if there's an updated thing to redo that surface at that point.
and one of the questions the young man asked me was, could they get a mural painted on the court? I don't know how you all would go about that.
That actually is probably a discussion. I think the city has adopted some sort of public art mural policy. That one runs through our community development or group. So if they're interested, I would certainly encourage them to, reach out to me directly, and I can get them in contact with those folks and maybe get something going if they are. If you know their information, certainly let us know, and then we can get them a direct answer for sure. It's a first I've heard on that location, so I don't know. We'll see what the council has, I think, designated certain areas. So, thank you.
And last question, sir. After, I don't know what happened, the incident where the park bench by the court was damaged and that one pole, is that going to be, is it structurally strong enough to,
Yeah, that's a Jones Onslow or Duke Energy light, and we put a work order in. As far as what I know right now, it's been looked at, but I'll check on that again and make sure. We replaced the bench and the trash can. We just got some in, and we'll be putting a new trash can out there in the next week or so. But I'll reconfirm on that as far as checking on the light pole.
It's got a little slant to it, doesn't it?
thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Regent. Appreciate it. I guess we'll go to park reports. Start with me, Wooten Park. Went out there Saturday and found all these little kids with their bicycles. They were getting coaching or training. It was really neat. They had the basketball court marked off and different places and showing them where they needed to go or how to ride or whatever, but it was real impressive. The only thing, the park looked great. The only thing I saw was they might need to check the men's bathroom. As soon as you go in and look to the right, the wall is kind of messed up, and also the floor and needs some paint or whatever they can do to make it look a little bit better. And just take a look at that. But the water fountain worked. All the recreation equipment was fine. Very neat. They had just mowed it within a few days, and it was really nice. Okay, next is Lori.
Kudos to the park folks, because they were out there last week just going at it when it was raining, so I appreciate that. Richard Ray Park, I did notice the different flowers and the trees that have been planted there. It looks good, had lots of activity over the last couple weekends. Bathrooms were clean, faucets worked, and Jack Emiette, I just love that place, and I can't wait for us to keep on expanding. It'll be a great asset to that community out there. But like you said, the splash pads are up and running. I went there one morning it seemed like it was dark 30, and there was kids out there playing, and the mom said that's when she brings them because it wears them out for the day, and no one's there to bother them.
Yeah, we aim to please.
But she was there as soon as they started running, and they were having a good time.
great.
And it's nice too with the shelters that were added,
Yeah.
so it adds a lot. Other than that, everything was working great. Thank you.
Okay, Homer?
Sherwood Forest looked fine. The only, the grills, the 2 grills could probably be cleaned out, but, I couldn't tell that they've been used lately, so. A lot of cigarette butts in them, but, they've been used for something. And a little bit of grass in the sand area. But other than that, Sherwood Park looks fine. Branchwood's the same way, just a little grass through the sand, and I still love the bridge. I love that bridge. Great job on the bridge.
I know, it's almost like we should become equipped, so when we go out and walk around, we can spray and break up.
Well, I almost, when I was at the shelter at Sherwood, somebody had managed to take the housing at the bottom of the bench, and they'd worked it up, like, I don't know why they did that, just goofing off. They worked it up about that far, and I'm going like, it can't be that hard, I'll just step on it, and it'll go back down. No, I had to work it all the way back down again. I'm going like, okay. So they'll probably work all of them up for next time, but.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Steve?
The park looks good. People playing disc golf like crazy, like usual. The boat ramp is getting lots of use. Splash pad, nonstop. Ice cream trucks stop there routinely. So do they have to have permits like your vendors do at special events?
They are supposed to have clearance from us so that they can go and visit all of our parks. It's hard to track down, I'll be honest with you. We try to make PD aware of it so that they can kind of monitor, but it's not the easiest thing to get a hold of.
Man, I mean, it is a target opportunity for those guys, because the minute they
It is.
roll in there, it's like, big old line of.
And I mean, you know, I get it. It's hot and ice cream is ideal on a day like that. But they are supposed to have clearance from us. We don't necessarily have an issue with it, but we do like to make sure that the folks that are basically selling goods in our parks are vetted, you know, and that, you know, they have the necessary permits in order to be there. But unfortunately, it's tough to track down. They're on wheels and they can move pretty quick, so.
Do they have to display like a sticker or something?
I'm not aware that they have to display a sticker. Now, food trucks are operated a little bit differently. They, I think, are under another umbrella, but I'm not aware of the ice cream trucks having to kind of display some sort of vetting logo or something like that. But if, you know, I'm wrong on that, somebody might let me know, but I'm not aware of it. But I can follow up with code enforcement to double check, for sure.
Okay. But on the weekends, the place is packed. I mean, there are like no parking spaces left. You know, there are people in the pavilions, there's kids running around like crazy. It's a very popular place. So,
Fabulous.
yeah, it's.
And if I could, I just want to mention, because you've mentioned some good points on it, I do want to remind the public too, and it's picked up this summer, I don't know if you've noticed, at either one of the splash pads, we have waterproof wheelchairs for accessibility on those splash pads, and we have gotten quite a bit of traction. They are, you know, first come, first serve, but we have them available at both, and it's so that they can go get them. They just call and let us know. So if there's anybody out there that would like to enjoy those splash pads that might be, you know, mobility challenged, we have wheelchairs, and they can get in there, and they're, you know, that they're for waterproof, you know. So certainly, if anybody's watching, or you know of anybody, or would just like to spread the word, we want it so that everybody can access those. And we have one at each site, so.
Is there, I mean, there's a big, long list of rules there. Is there something on that sign that says?
I want to say we've tried to add it, but we got a grant and got those, so I know we got the first wheelchair after we made that list of things. But I will double check, that's a great point. At least I think we had at one point made a sign saying they were accessible or something like that, but I will follow up, that's a good point, sure.
It'd be pretty easy to get one of the graphics places to, you know, we could just.
Oh,
like,
sure.
screen it on the bottom there. And I took my granddaughters to Choctaw Park, and they dominated their classes.
Yes.
One of them got first, and one of them got a second in their age groups.
Did they practice? They knew what they were going in to draw, huh? They were ready to go.
One of them did.
Okay.
The other one just kind of winged it. But they had a really good time.
Good.
Other than that, park looked great.
Thank you.
Okay. Next one, Brook Valley and Northwoods is vacant. Do we want to wait until, assign that to someone?
Potentially, yes.
What?
I mean, I don't know that anybody that's not here, if Ms.
Right.
Mayo
Yeah.
would like to, I think
Yeah.
you probably could, and she probably wouldn't mind.
Okay. You
But
want to do it now or just wait?
Yeah,
till
well, she's not here to defend herself,
Yeah.
that sounds great to
Well,
me.
I might wanna wait.
She doesn't have any parks currently, right? So,
Not yet,
yeah, she
no.
does now.
If she's watching, she
does
does
now.
now.
You want to assign her, just
If y'all are in favor of it.
temporarily, we'll assign it to Brooke Valley, which is Mayo. Okay, Bernard,
Good evening, everyone. I think I haven't seen you guys in a while, so how you guys doing? My new employment in 2 minutes travel, I haven't been around. But kudos to the parks and guys, I mean, for the mowing and taking care of everything. I can't even keep my own grass. I don't know how you do the whole city. So, but it's outstanding. With all the rain and the sun, it's great, great, great. You guys doing a wonderful, wonderful job.
Thank you.
Woodlands Park is always immaculate. As always, really, really good to go. And same as the trails, they're very usable and stuff like that. You see people up and down there all the time. Wilson Bay is always used, just like you was talking about North Creek Park. Wilson Bay, somebody's always down there with tents, you know what I'm saying? And then they grill it and they relax and they just chilling in it because the trees down there in the shade area. They're out there fishing, of course, no crabbing, but they're doing a really, really good job down there. And I think I've seen a couple of those. You need to watch some of those planks though. They're getting old. A couple of them is releasing, I mean, from the rain and the sun. It's started warping up.
Okay.
So they're getting old. So they coming loose from the fasteners and stuff like that. Bound down by what the force by the water. Those planks,
Okay.
the walking planks. Just probably need to check that out and just probably want to replace them as we go. But besides that, the park's looking really good, really good. Very good. Thank you very much.
okay. Joe?
All right, well, I always like to mention the park staff because you guys always have a great work ethic and you're always out going around doing things. I also want to give a shout out to the rec side of the house this time around because the school programs, these summer programs that we have running are phenomenal, and I get to see it at Kerr Street when I go down that way. And the kids always seem to be having a blast down that way, so it's fantastic to see that being done. I love the programs you put on, and I will put a shout out to the Jacksonville Performing Arts for our play that we put on this last week. But and it was a great time, and we truly appreciate not only the amphitheater that we had, but with weather, you guys opened up the gym for us, and we ended up performing indoors, and that was fantastic. So we really appreciate all the work that you guys have done with us. When it comes to Kerr Street Riverwalk and LP Willingham, the project is still going on for fixing those pipes that are going there, and I know it was initially pushed out to December timeframe, not to expect anything. I know we were hoping for a little bit earlier, but I'm glad that we're able to do National Night Out that way. They've got everything contained to just that grass area, and it's all, walled off and sectioned off for it. So people are still out there walking their dogs, taking pictures down by the train depot and the caboose that we have sitting out there, taking advantage, I guess, of the red, white, and blue colors they had for 4th of July. That was great. The kayak launch is always in use. Every time I go down there, people are constantly taking their boats out and their kayaks out. So that's fantastic to see. We did notice all the new sand that was on the playground out there. There's always kids out there playing, and the ball field looks great. So I don't know the work that you guys have been done keeping that ball field up. That's where I like to see most of the places I like to play, the ball field. So that aside from that, I've got nothing for you guys. You guys have been doing a fantastic job this summer.
Thank you.
Knocking it out of the park all the way around.
Thank you.
Okay. Reginald?
The Phillips Park gets minimal usage, but the people that I do see out there, they're always fishing from the sidewalk. And I've never seen anyone use the basketball court, but it's always in good shape. And that's that for Phillips Park. The Commons, can't say enough about the green spaces there. I live right down the street from your building, and I pass there every morning, and those guys are already on it. Rain, heat, whatever, they're on it. Great job. On the Commons basketball court, I think they need some new nets, or they need to be rehung. And other than that, that was about it. Everything in the Commons is just great. And as everyone here has said, your guys are doing a great job.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
One additional thing, I use the walking, running, biking trail.
Right.
And where you all installed the new lights, are they supposed to be on both sides or just one side?
Where are we talking about now?
Where you go under 24.
Oh, under 24, that,
I think
I think.
if there's lights, they should all be
Yeah, they
on.
should be on. I'll have to call and see
One
about.
side's on, one side's
They
off.
should all be on, yeah.
Okay.
There's no reason not to have lights not on, so they
Okay.
should all be on. Especially in that, you're talking about in the tunnels?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they need to be on.
Short tunnel, there's
Yes.
no lights. In the
We will
long
definitely
tunnel,
touch base on
You're only
that. Thank
on
you for
one
letting
side.
us know.
Yeah, thank
That's
you.
great. Thank you.
Tunnels. Okay.
Yep. They need to be on.
Okay, thank you. No, that's fine. Okay, one city moment.
So I apologize, I don't have any footage for this from the media folks, but I wanted to let everybody know about the East Coast Invitational Tournament that we host every year. We had that in the end of June. It was a phenomenal event. We had a total of 31 teams hosted throughout the city. And they streamed it live from the Commons, which was a new thing for them and for us, so it took a lot of coordination. But it really is a testament to great partnerships. We, Sports Commission, us, obviously Wells College and his huge, team of volunteers to pull that off. But hundreds of kids come to our area, and lots of parents come and watch them, and lots of hotel rooms get used. So it's a great showcase for us, and I just wanted to, just let you guys know that it was a good event. It was a good weekend. Everything went really well, and the grounds looked great. The facilities, all the facilities looked great because we use every gym we can in the city limits. So it was a good event. So again, we look forward to having them back and keeping them for a long time coming. So the East Coast Invitational was very well done. So that's pretty much it for us.
Good. Okay. Our next meeting, on our agenda, it says July
Oh, that's not right.
26th. What is it?
I was
Is it
wondering about
Missed that,
September?
did we? We would be in, well, we're in, oh, so it's September, August. We skip August, go to September.
September 20th?
September.
That's about right.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Is it the 20th or 27th, is it last Monday?
Oh, 27th.
7th, thank you.
27th, yeah.
He just caught it.
27th, yeah.
Is there 5 Mondays?
No.
Okay,
4
that's 27th.
And more than 6.
27th it
Labor
is.
Day.
27th, okay. Any further business? Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.